All right, let's do this. We got our vocab on the Maya. And let's start off with our first word, slash and burn. So first of all, slash and burn is a form of agriculture, or a form of farming. Basically, it's when you cut down all the vegetation and all the trees, and then you burn it. And by doing that, actually burnt vegetation, burnt trees, when you put them into the soil, they make like a fertilizer and make the ground better for growing. So you clear the forest land and then you farm. And this is how the Maya did a lot of their farming. Now, one consequence of this is you lose some of your trees, you lose some of your rainforest area. But what the Maya and many other groups would do is they would clear one section and they would farm there for a number of years. Then they would stop and they would clear another section of forest after that and farm that section and leave the old section alone to let the vegetation, trees slowly come back. And then move on to another section after that, clear that, burn it, and they would do this and they could eventually cycle around, and the old section they originally cut and burnt down, those would eventually grow back. So they kind of did in a cycle. That's called slash and burn, form of agriculture, the Mayans did. Our next word is codices. Codices is an ancient manuscript text in book form. So this is what how the Maya would write. They would use glyphs, which is very similar to hieroglyphics in Egypt, where every picture would mean a word or a number, and these were used to tell stories, legends, mathematics, astronomy, and there were thousands and thousands of codices that the Mayans made, and they had them stored away on their own paper. Unfortunately, what will happen is, when the Spanish eventually come to the Americas, after 1492, many years later, we're studying now, they'll see these codices, which are still being made by the Mayans and then by the Aztecs, and they will burn them, because they'll see them as being anti-Christian, polytheistic, believing in more than one God. And much of our records of the ancient Mayans and the Aztecs are lost because they're burnt. And the Spanish even kill the people who know how to read and write these codices. So many of these secrets about Mayan astronomy, for example, that we don't know because we can't read the codices because the Spanish destroyed them. Pendejos.